Slide a book across a table and it soon stops. Roll a ball across grass and it slows down. Rub your hands together and they warm up. In each case, friction is at work. Friction slows things down because it turns organized motion into less organized energy, mostly heat. At first, surfaces may look smooth. A polished table, a metal spoon, or a sheet of paper can seem flat to the eye. But under a microscope, almost every surface is rough. There are tiny bumps, pits, ridges, and uneven places. When two surfaces touch, these tiny high points press against each other. As one object moves, those points catch, bend, break, and drag. That dragging force is friction. It acts opposite the direction of motion. If a book slides to the right, friction pushes to the left. This does not mean friction has a plan. It simply comes from the interactions between atoms and surfaces in contact. There are different kinds of friction. Static friction keeps something from starting to move. If you push a heavy couch gently and it does not budge, static friction is matching your push. Push harder, and eventually the couch breaks free. Then sliding friction takes over, which usually requires less force than the maximum static friction. Rolling friction is usually smaller, which is why wheels are so useful. Instead of dragging one surface across another, a wheel continuously changes the point of contact. On the atomic level, friction is not only about roughness. Atoms in nearby surfaces can attract each other through electromagnetic forces. Tiny contact points may briefly stick together. When motion pulls them apart, energy is transferred into vibrations of atoms. Those vibrations are heat. This is why rubbing your hands makes them warm and why brakes heat up when stopping a bicycle or car. Friction slows things because energy is conserved. The moving object has kinetic energy, which is energy of motion. As friction acts, that kinetic energy does not vanish. It changes form. Some becomes heat in the surfaces. Some may become sound. Some may deform the materials. The object slows because less of its energy remains as forward motion. Friction can seem like an enemy, but life depends on it. Without friction, walking would be nearly impossible. Your foot pushes backward on the ground, and friction lets the ground push you forward. Tires grip roads because of friction. Nails stay in wood. Knots hold. Pencils leave marks. And brakes stop vehicles because friction exists. Still, engineers often try to reduce friction when it wastes energy or damages parts. Oil in an engine forms a thin layer between moving metal surfaces. Ball bearings replace sliding with rolling. Smooth materials and careful design reduce heat and wear. At the same time, engineers increase friction where grip is needed, such as in shoe soles, tires, and climbing gear. Friction slows things down because real surfaces interact. Their tiny bumps and atomic forces resist motion, converting movement into heat and other forms of energy. It is the reason a sliding book stops, but also the reason you can stand, steer, right, and stop safely. Friction is motion meeting the texture of the real world.